Righto, how's it going, guys? It's been a while. I've been pretty busy. I've had a new baby, young Billy. I had a motorbike crash on Christmas Day, which kind of slowed me down, so I haven't been out bush making any videos, haven't been finding any gold. I was just cleaning out the shed and I found this rock here. Gives a pretty good signal on the monster. So I'm going to have a look at that and see how much gold we can get out of it. So we'll just try and chisel this open a bit and see what's in there. I'll show you what kind of signal it gives. This is our gold monster. Sorry for the lighting in here. My light switch isn't working anymore, so my lights don't work. Right, so it sounds like it's up on the end there a bit. Now originally I found this with the 5000, must have been a few years ago. Wasn't much of a signal on it. Like I say, it was a big rock, so I smashed it up a fair bit and didn't see any gold. I checked all the other pieces with the monster, wasn't making any noise. I've just chucked all the bits at the monster, won't sound off on outside because that's a pretty sensitive little machine. So we'll crush this up a bit and see what we can get out of it. So as you can see, it's a pretty hard rock. I'm not really getting anywhere. It's got me buggered where my new hammer's gone to, but I have to use this old one. Barely making a dent in it. Too hard. There it is. Oh, there's the gold. See some gold there. Cool. Cool, wasn't a waste of time. Tap. Alright. Don't look like there's much gold in it. Show you this gold. See that there? Little bit of gold there. There's a little bit in here somewhere. Up in that top bit. So there's some more. See that in there? So we'll break out that visible stuff. And then give it a quick crush up, see what we get. Looks like there's a fair bit actually. You can see it runs from there right through the other side. Right, now that I've crushed some of it, I'm just going to sift it down a bit. Anything that can't fit through the smaller little mesh bit will be crushed again. I haven't got any real proper sifting devices.
These are just things that I've probably picked up off roadside collection and stuff like that. Like my little green table, found that on the roadside collection. Always plenty of good stuff on there. Don't know if there's going to be much gold in this. I did originally find the rock with the 5000, but it wasn't much of a signal. So as you can see, the gold monster gives a good signal. Here's our end result. It's pretty much down to a powder now. This is what we got left over. I just broke out the bits that were visible and detectable. So I'll show this in the garden with the rest of it. One day if we ever get a nice big crusher that can run a lot of rock, we'll just chuck it all through then. But at the moment it's not really worth it. Just wait for the gold price to go up. There'll still be some more fine gold in there. So I'll go clean out the panning tub now and get the pan and see what we get. So I was just filling up my panning tub and then the plug decided to let go. So that's the end of that one. So I'm going to have to use this here as my new panning tub for a while. Put some dishwashing liquid in there. Alright, I gave this stuff a bit of a rinse before I started because I don't want the water to get too dirty too quick. So I should be out the bush in a couple of weeks making some new footage. Bit excited to get out there with the 7000. I haven't used it much yet, but every time I use it I find gold. Maybe this year I'll be able to get my hands on one of them new 6000s because I wouldn't mind giving that a shot as well. We didn't find any coarse stuff in this when we were sifting it, so hopefully there's a lot of fine, but I just don't think there's much in it at all really. Good thing about this stuff is it's nice and light, it's easy to pan off. And most of us already know what the dishwashing liquid's for, but just in case you're new to panning and new to the channel, whatever, the dishwashing liquid breaks the surface tension of the water, and if you don't have it, your fine gold will float, and the tension of the water will just float out of your pan. You can lose a lot of fine stuff, so that's why we use the dishwashing liquid. Should be starting to see some gold in a minute. There it is, it's getting there. See all the black stuff. Let's get off this light stuff. Alright, that's where all the heavy stuff is. There's not going to be much in it, unfortunately. These are very, very, very fine stuff. Yeah, this is the hard part, cleaning it up best you can. Better get all the sand out of there. The old buyers aren't going to be paying for that. Although me and Zach did just melt some fine gold in a potato, which worked alright, and I might do that again in the future and maybe make a video of it, because having a solid little chunk is better than having a heap of this fine stuff, you know. Let's have a look what we got. Look at that. Not bad. Right, so what I like to do, get as much of the clean stuff as you can. So all that up there is pretty clean. A couple of bits with a little bit of quartz in it, but say might melt this later on. Suck all that clean stuff up. Right, now we got gold everywhere. Just give it a good tap. Comes all up to the top here. See that? This stuff's pretty easy because there's not much black sand in it, so we easier to work with than got species with ironstone and stuff in it like that. Really hard to work with. So there might be a little bit in there, not much. Pan off a little bit more of this now. To make sure you get them flat bits of gold out first, because they're the ones that like to float. And the round bits, they just like to roll out sometimes. Nearly at the end there. Just suck up a bit more of that. The real fine stuff, I'll just chuck that in a bucket in the shed. I've got a bucket that's got some fine stuff in it that me and Nigel need to sort out. Probably might need some mercury for it, I guess. Alright, we got the best of it out. This is the final step. Just got to dry it, right? So you can weigh it. No point weighing it wet, because you know it'll weigh less when it dries then. So there's not that much in there. I was talking to you about my bulk rubbish fines earlier. This is another one, this little cooker thing. Found that a few years ago. Haven't even changed the gas on it yet. And it's dried, you know, I don't even know how many tens of thousands of dollars worth of gold. But I think once that little cylinder runs out, I'll replace it. We'll be lucky if we get 1.5 grams. So it wasn't really worth my time smashing her up, but it's just good to see some gold again. Really, I'm keen to get back out and make some more videos for you. I thank all the Patreons for your support. I'll be doing some more Patreon only videos this year, actually give you guys some content. Be starting up a YouTube membership thing this year, so you guys can support me there as well. That'd be great, really appreciate all the help. It's pretty expensive living in Australia, and after the accident I've been you know, laid up and not being able to work, so that's not been good. And we had the new boy as well, young Billy. I'll slip in a little clip or two of him here so you can see him. He's 6 months old now. Here's little Bill going on his first trip to the bush, to the beach. Hello, Bill. Oi. Hello. Hello.
You're coming up again.
Want to go to the beach? You go to the beach?
Daddy, look.
Righto guys, here we go. I'm on to beer number 4. Yeah, been a bit of a process. The gold, it's all dried and cooled down. Probably can't see it very well because my bloody lights don't work in here. I'm gonna have to fix that up. Just get a little toothbrush, brush off that fine stuff that sticks there when it dries out. And a little pile. Put the scales on. Make sure I get all of it out. Right, see what it weighs. Not going to be much. Huh. Yeah, not much. 1 gram. Pretty much just 1 little gram. So that was a bit of work for 1 gram.